What's up, guys? Happy holidays. Hope everyone is doing well and enjoyed their Christmas and is enjoying their holiday break. Welcome back to BlockHash Exploring the Blockchain, episode 301. Today, we have an awesome guest from the Bulls and Apes Project, CEO, Anthony Mongiello, on the show today. Anthony, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you, Brandon?
Doing excellent. Super excited to talk about your guys' project and what you guys are working on. Before we do, let's talk about you a little bit. I want to know about yourself. I'm sure people want to know a bit more about your background as well. So enlighten us a little bit. Tell us a bit about yourself, what you've done in the past, kind of leading up to this, and how you got into this project and NFTs, I guess, in general.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, I'm a first-time entrepreneur. So I've got a 20+ year career in the corporate world, very boring global commercial P&C insurance industry. So I went from very conservative, very stable industry to jumping full on into entrepreneurship in a bleeding edge, risky environment called Web3, blockchain, crypto, NFTs. And so that's my journey in the corporate world. I've been very, very focused on strategy, technology delivery, M&A, integrations, building large global teams and getting large global teams, operating in a high performing way. So that's been my background: leadership, development, culture, integrations, building large organizations.
Yeah, jumping into the NFT industry is quite a risky jump, especially during this past year. So much has gone wrong, unfortunately. Was there like inspiration for maybe what led you into wanting to be an entrepreneur in this space and dive into NFTs and build out your own project?
Yes, it was. I mean, the technology in and of itself really just piqued my interest, and that's how I started getting involved in NFTs. Just looking at the power of blockchain, removing intermediaries, removing gatekeepers, leveling the playing field for those that wanted to go after it and get an opportunity. That was appealing to me. But then when I got into the NFT space, I was just blown away by the community aspect, and I just wasn't expecting that. Web2 never really got to me because it was social media, and there's a lot of fake, right? Like Instagram, a lot of fake stuff that's out there. And then when I got into NFTs and saw the community, I'm like, this is real social. Like, this is social. People really coming together and sharing ideas and creativity and helping each other out. And I was like, oh crap. I was like, this is pretty special. And then I started looking at DAOs. And, for me, I've been looking at building out business models my whole career, and looking at, leadership through authority is old days. It's gone. It's leadership through influence. And then when you look at a DAO and you look at the communities, this just expands that influence to, a whole nother group of people that are really committed to the brand, that aren't within the company. They're not employees. They're not contractors within the company, but they care about the company. They care about the brand just as much, maybe more so than some of the people that work for the brand. And so I was like, this is really powerful. You could see how this could be exponential. So I had to get involved, and I just volunteered. I raised my hand, showed my LinkedIn. I was never, not doxxed. It was always my face on my PFP, my LinkedIn profile put out there. I reached out to a bunch of founders and said, here's my background. I'm happy to jump in and to help out. And I started doing that and met the other two co-founders of Bulls and Apes Project through that process. So Manny and Guy are longtime serial entrepreneurs that worked together for a while. And so the three of us paired up in a project called Bulls on the Block. And we were helping that project turn around from founders that really didn't want to build for the long term, but they built something pretty cool. So they wanted to hand it off to the community. And it was through that process, we were looking at each other, we're like, we got a bunch of experience between the three of us. If we believe in where Web3 and the blockchain technology could go, why not bring that experience to this industry? And let's see if we could do something that can help set a standard. And that's what we did with Bulls and Apes Project.
When did you guys start down this road with Bulls and Apes? Is this something that's relatively new, or have you been working on it for a while?
So we officially launched, we were incorporated mid-January of 2022. So it's been roughly a year that we've been at it. We minted May 31st, so right at the beginning of the bear market. And we wound up minting out 10K collection.
Nice.
Pretty decent price. It was 0.17 mint price, and we minted out within 67 hours. And right now our floor is about 5x from mint. So we've done fairly well in this bear market.
Nice. Congratulations, man. It's difficult to sell out an NFT collection. I've been there. I've worked with a few projects, and even for some of the bigger ones, it's more difficult than you'd imagine,
It
especially if
is.
you have a community. Did you have like a marketing approach that went into that? Did you have a very dedicated community that was waiting to buy in? Were you kind of riding the wave? What was the process to get that to go?
Yeah, so the original thought process was to ride the
Mhm.
wave. You know,
Right.
we saw a lot of these projects minting out, late 2020, 2021 into 2022. And we're like, wow, if they could do it, certainly we could, right? And, we're come with all this experience and this background. And then we built out 3D art and we did it the right way. So it took a while. The tech that we put in place took a while. So we didn't mint until May 31st. And that was right at the bear. But at that point, we put our faces out there, and so we led with being doxxed. My face on video, the founders, all three of us were on videos, so people got to know us, and so we built a decent community leading up to mint. And then on top of that, we came in self-funded and pre-funded. So this wasn't a capital raise for us. This was really just an introduction of our product to the community. And so we offered up a 6-month ETH back guarantee built into the smart contract with our mint. So anybody who minted one of our bulls had that safety net built into the contract where at any point they could just hop on and click refund. They get their Ethereum back and we get our bull back, and we call it a day. And we felt that confident in what we were delivering. And we knew that if people bought into our project, they would see that we were going to deliver at a very accelerated rate, which we have over these past 6+ months. That's why you see our floor at where it's at. And out of the 10,000 collection, 15 bulls were refunded. So 15 out of 10,000, 8 people, 15 bulls hit that refund function.
That's good. That means people are staying within the ecosystem and, they're buying and they're holding and they want to be a part of it. So that's awesome turnaround and engagement right there. So what's the premise of the Bulls and Apes project? Is it just something that's aesthetic, or does it go much more deeper than that with like utility, maybe some benefits added to it?
Yeah, it goes much deeper. So there's two sides to the utility coin. We have the NFT side, which is the characters. It's the bull art. We've got an ERC20 token and an own to earn tokenomic structure where you own a bull, you earn 10 methane a day. So a little play on bulls create methane. So you earn 10 methane a day, and using the methane, you're able to get to a teen bull and then get to a god bull, which is the pinnacle of our bull collection. And we've got a very fun storyline gamification that goes through with it. We have over 100 minutes of narrated storyboard lore on our YouTube channel that people just love, people's kids love, and it's just engaging, multi-generational. So we made it fun. We made it really engaging. The tokenomics is rewarding, and the God Bulls, which was a free mint through tokenomics, they're going between 4 and 5 ETH on a regular basis. We have like 3 or 4 sales a week on God Bulls, and so it's a real floor, and that was a free mint for people. Then the other side of that coin is our community. And we take a really financial approach to the community about building and retaining wealth. We've got education around investments with a Series 65 course. But through that, we have very strong relationships in the VC world. So we bring VC deal flow to our community. So if you own one of our bulls, you're a member of the inner circle and you have access to this VC deal flow. We've brought 20 deals to our community so far. 2 of the deals we were allowed to announce, one was OpenSea, and another was SpaceX. So our community now owns a piece of OpenSea and owns a piece of SpaceX through the VC deal flow that we brought to the community. So that's pretty unique utility.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's awesome to have like this gated community type of experience through the NFTs, and then to be able to offer like these VC type deals, get a portion of OpenSea, get exposure to SpaceX. That's really cool. How did you line that up? Was there a process where you had to have talks with them to set it up, or did you just go through the VCs?
No, so we have relationships with the syndicates, and so the syndicates will coordinate smaller investors and pull it together. So through those relationships with the syndicates, we have about a handful or so syndicates that we have really good relationships with, where we negotiated a reduced carry rate. And so the carry rate is the portion of the sellout that the VC gets. And so you want that carry rate to obviously be as little as possible so that you get some good returns out of it. So we negotiate a low carry rate. Plus we curate the deals coming through. You know, we have hundreds of deals that come across our desks, and we picked 20 that we thought would be exciting for our community. So we do about 3 or 4 a month, 3 or 4 deals a month is what it's averaging out to be.
Yeah. So do they just get access to it through the NFT? And then you just, a monthly or a couple months or so, you add new deals to the table that they get exposure to.
That's correct. And the deals are open as long as the allocation is open. So sometimes the deals are open for a few weeks, sometimes just a couple of days, depending on how exciting the deal is.
Tell me about the methane. We were joking about that a little bit earlier with the bulls and everything. What's some perks of generating the methane? Is there a way to use it within the community or for future NFT drops, or what's the main utility?
So the main utility right now is the teen bulls, but those are being minted out pretty soon. So they'll be minted out probably middle of January. There'll be no more teen bulls available. So teens and gods were the first phase of our tokenomics. But we've only, so there's out of the holding rewards, we've only distributed about 15% of the token to our holders. So there's another 85%, left to be distributed. So the tokenomics is just getting started. And what we've done now is we've even expanded our tokenomics to holders of other projects' NFTs. And so now we've announced 30 projects so far. We're announcing another 20 this week that we have tokenized. So that means, I'll give you a couple of examples. We have Azuki, we have Doodles, we have Lazy Lions, we have Bubblegum Kids. So if you hold one of those NFTs, you could come on our site and you could claim methane. And so very quickly you're looking like, wow, this is going to be dilution. Well, it's not. We know what we've got planned ahead. So we've got our Ape Mint coming up in early 2023, and there is a heavy methane gamification tokenomics that it's applied to the apes. And then just recently, we've also announced that we're taking steps into building out our own Metaverse platform, and methane is going to be an entry point into that Metaverse platform called Weird Worlds.
What's it called? Weird Worlds?
Weird Worlds, yes.
That's cool. So what's the idea behind jumping into the metaverse with this? Is it to kind of bring additional utility to methane into the NFTs, or is there a greater vision here?
Bigger vision. So our vision of why we got into Web3 is to create a world of infinite opportunities. And our mission is to empower communities to build their own worlds where they can live their best life. And Weird Worlds is the manifestation of that. That is the realization of both the vision and the mission together. And because our Metaverse platform isn't going to be specific to our project, it is going to be many worlds, weird worlds, many worlds where people can own their own world. And it's going to be a drag and drop approach to the Metaverse where they can build their own worlds where they can live their best life. And whatever that means, whether it's a replacement for Discord, where they can go and share information and collaborate. Maybe they just want to show off their art, or maybe they want to build a small business. It's going to be a commercial platform. So maybe they want to build a small business in the Metaverse. And we do believe that the Metaverse is the future of social engagement and is the future of commerce. So we do believe that that's the next big phase. And that's what we intend for Weird Worlds to be. It's not just going to be a game. There'll be gamified elements in Weird Worlds to make it fun and engaging. We know how to do that. We did it with Bulls and Apes. And that'll be there, but it's not a traditional game. It's not like a Fortnite. It's not like a Roblox. It is meant to be, a social platform, a commercial platform.
Yeah, so you guys are really building a whole brand here, huh? It's more than just the NFTs. You guys got a whole ecosystem. You got a Metaverse. When do you expect that to be open to the public for the first time? Maybe in 2023, or do you have a date for it?
We don't have a date, but we're going to deliver incrementally.
Okay.
So open to the public will be is a bit of a loaded question because
Sure.
There'll be something public for sure as we go through 2023. When will it be 24/7, fully persistent, and that full vision? I don't know. It's new tech. It's brand new what we're trying to do. So we're gonna be doing it in increments, do it in phases. But it's hard to say right now. We haven't even selected a tech partner yet, to be fair. So we're going to be doing that in January. By the end of January, we want a tech partner selected. We have it narrowed down to about 3 or 4 partners. So we expect that to be selected by the end of January and start work in February.
Got it. Do you guys plan to do some more drops in the meantime going into 2023, while you guys are waiting to build out this Metaverse and kind of take the next step?
Oh yeah, there'll be no waiting. That's for sure.
Okay.
Even before we introduce the Metaverse, we'll have we'll have some fun. We have some fun things up our sleeves on Weird Worlds, even before it's fully a metaverse. But within Bulls and Apes Project, we have the Bulls. It's Bulls and Apes. And so you look at the lore, you know that the apes come, and there's some tension and battle between the Bulls and the apes. It's a lot of fun in the storyline. And so the apes will be dropping early 2023. We're going to be pushing the envelope on what it means to be a PFP collection. And so I'm really, really excited about what we're going to be doing with apes. It's going to be pretty exciting, pretty exciting for sure.
Yeah. What's your take on a PFP collection? What direction do you want to take that? And how would you explain that to someone that maybe hasn't heard the term before?
So for me, I think it's when we looked at the Bull project, we have over 400, close to 500 traits. And we did that because we wanted all walks of life. We wanted people to relate. We know that everybody relates to something different. And so we wanted to have a lot of different traits out there so that we had things that people can relate to, that they can have a digital identity that they can feel comfortable with. And so for us, apes is going to continue down that path. And when you look at what we're going to do with apes, you'll look at the fun aspects that we have with it. You'll look at digital identity and what it means to have a digital identity. Ultimately, we believe that, and that's why we have the 3D art. We believe that an NFT is going to be your digital representation as you get into the metaverse. And so we want collections that people can relate to and they could feel like it's theirs.
Do you have any maybe sponsorship type plans or marketing type plans, maybe as well, to kind of forward push like the brand and kind of grow the awareness for it? I know a lot of NFT projects have started doing that. Bored Apes has been notorious about that, being in music videos with Eminem and Snoop Dogg, to being in Adidas commercials.
Sure.
Or whatnot in video games. Is that a direction you guys also want to go to kind of further push out that brand and that recognition, or do you guys have a more particular approach?
No, it is. That's one of the branches. And again, when we see what we're doing with apes, you'll see how that can fit in. And so that is going to be a focus area for us in 2023. 2022 was about us laying down the foundation, establishing who we are, building our credibility, showing that we can deliver everything that we said that we could deliver. 2023 is going to be about taking it to the next level. So we're just starting to get a decent amount of recognition and exposure now. Our community tokenization initiative and reaching out and rewarding holders of other people's projects, that's starting to get some recognition. Some of the big thinkers in the space are reaching out. And we're having conversations with them. They like what we're doing. And so we do believe that, as we move forward with what we've built in 2022, 2023 is going to be that opportunity for us to reach out. And then having the backgrounds that we have, we can sit in boardrooms, we can have those conversations with some of the bigger brands, and we know how to work with big corporate companies. So we believe that we're well positioned to be able to, have those kind of partnerships.
It's very exciting, man. Looks like 2023 is going to be very bright for Bulls and Apes and what you guys are doing. Stepping back and looking at it from like a 10,000 foot view, what are your opinion of maybe the state of where NFTs are at right now and how that plays into what you guys are doing, but also where you think maybe the future is going for NFTs? We've heard it all at this point. It's people speculating on NFTs being more utility based, having real-time data, maybe being more immersive, maybe jumping into the metaverse. What ultimately do you feel the NFTs are going to be evolving into? And then how is that going to play into what you guys are doing?
Yeah, so I'll answer a couple of pieces there.
Sure.
Well, number one, when you think about what are NFTs going to be, I think it's all of those things. To me, it's no different than a website. Could a website be something for books or for movies or for sharing information, or a message board or a bulletin board, or is it a commerce site? Yeah, it's all of those things. It's technology. So NFTs are just a technology, and the different companies are going to use them in different ways. Some will use them just for promo. Some will use them for loyalty. Then we'll have very utility based, where I see your title for your car. I mean, there's no way 5-10 years from now, we're going to be going to DMV in order to transfer ownership of a title of a car. It's going to be an NFT, and you're going to move it from one wallet to another, and that's the transaction. I'm certain of that. And in most cases, you're probably not even going to call it an NFT. It's just going to be, oh yeah, here's the title for my car, here's the deed for my house, and it's a digital representation of that, and you're just going to transfer it from one wallet to another in order to transfer ownership. It's going to be that simple. And so I do think it's going to be all those use cases right now. And so for more the near term, this bear market is a blessing. I know it's a lot of pain. I know it's painful. I know it's bloody, and a lot of people are struggling with it. But this was so necessary for us to have clarity on who are the good projects, what are the good projects, to make sure that people can get the education level up, that it's not all about speculation. It's about understanding whether there's real value that's being added and built and delivered from a project that you can trust, and not just jumping into every mint that you think you're going to get a 10x or 100x. I'm very, very happy that a big part of that phase of NFTs is moving behind us. And there's a lot of really, really smart, strong projects, smart founders that want to do it the right way, that are really starting to show who they are, because the noise is settling down a bit. And so I think the bear market has been a blessing for us.
Yeah, it's been a great time to build and really kind of get back to work. I think, the speculation kind of starting to finally die down with the bear market, and a lot of these bad platforms and bad actors being shooken out. It's just a great opportunity for people to kind of go back to the basics, I think, and work on building these out the right way and creating good use cases. And I sure do hope that NFTs or digital assets can replace things like the DMV. Like, I don't want to go sit down at the DMV ever again and stand in line. It is such a mess. So I do agree. I think that is kind of the future that we're starting to trend in. Where can people go if they want to maybe get their hands on one of these Bulls and Apes NFTs, or if they want to check out more information or be a part of the community? Where would you direct them?
So number one is bullsandapes.com. Best way to go and get all of the official links. So the official links to our Discord, to our Twitter, to the OpenSea collections. You always want to make sure that you're following the official links. There's so many different scams and bad actors out there just trying to imitate who we are. So please go to bullsandapes.com. We've got a ton of information. Our lore is on the website. FAQs, full list of our tokenomics, learning more about community tokenization. You never know. Maybe one of the NFTs that you have in your wallet might be earning methane, and you don't even know it. And so you go to our tokenization webpage, and you'll see the 30 projects that we've tokenized so far. 20 more are going to be announced this week. So we'll have 50 projects announced that we've tokenized. That's a good entryway where you don't even have to buy a new NFT. You could just earn some methane and get comfortable with our ecosystem.
Awesome. Do you guys have like a Discord or a Telegram or kind of place where the community kind of congregates?
We do. Discord. We have a Discord that the community congregates around, and then very active on Twitter.
Cool. What about like a roadmap? Is there anything public to kind of give people an idea of some of the next steps they're going to be taken? Or is it kind of just open right now?
No, it's open. We're constantly delivering. I smirk on it because we had a roadmap at the beginning, because you had to, but we've delivered so much, and we're constantly listening and evaluating. Our tokenomics is so sophisticated that we're always tweaking it based on, and this is the beauty of Web3 too, right? The community is having an influence over where we go with the project just by their actions. And so there's constantly us, trying to counterbalance, different avenues, so it's not overweighted in one way or another. But the big ticket items, so I mentioned Weird Worlds already. I mentioned the 8 Mint, but we also have a physical card game that is in play testing right now. So sort of like a Magic the Gathering card game that's going to be coming out in 2023 as well, where we'll go limited edition first to our holders, and then we're going to explore broader distribution after that. So the three big things: you got apes that have been announced already. Detail early 2023. You'll be getting more detail on that. We have Weird Worlds that we announced, so we'll be doing a lot of work, and there'll be incremental deliveries on that, and then the physical card game. So those are the three items that we have talked about openly.
Yeah, the card game sounds interesting. So would you need to buy an NFT or a slate of NFTs to participate in that? Or is that just a game that's kind of aside from it?
No, it's just a physical card game, literally decks of cards that you'll be able to get. So the core base cards will be coming out limited edition, and then we're working on expansion packs. So there'll be, it'll be a card game that you'll
Do you like battle each other? Like, is it like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon?
It's like Magic the Gathering. Yeah.
Or Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Cool.
Very similar.
Sounds like you guys got a lot of stuff coming up. So it's going to be a busy year for you guys, I'm sure.
Definitely.
What do people want to find you online and maybe chat? They find you on Twitter or LinkedIn or elsewhere?
Both. So Twitter and LinkedIn, I'm active on both.
Cool. Guys, be sure to go check out Anthony. Be sure to check out the Bulls and Apes project and everything that they have that they're planning to do in 2023 is going to be very exciting. Make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast as well if you haven't already. Anthony, thank you for taking the time to come on today and talk about your guys' project. It's very fascinating, very cool to see an NFT project that's really persevering through this bear market and kind of getting into the new year. And I really like the twist you put on things, from the gamification to the trading cards to going into the metaverse. I think those are some very big and bold moves, but they probably will pay off dividends once you guys get through this bear cycle. So very excited for you guys, and keep up the good work, man.
Great. Thanks, Brandon.
All right. Talk to you soon. Take care. Enjoy the holidays.
You too.